Okay, so it's January 3rd, you've got your budget spreadsheet open, you're tracking every dollar, you've meal prepped for the week, and you're absolutely convinced this is the year you finally get your finances together. Fast forward to February 15th, you've ordered DoorDash 3 times this week, you haven't looked at your budget in a month, and you're pretty sure you just spent $47 on something you can't even remember. If that sounds painfully familiar, this video is going to make so much sense, it's going to hurt a little bit. My name is Jace, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people make terrible financial decisions. If you're someone who knows exactly what you should be doing with money, but somehow keeps sabotaging yourself anyway, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. We've been told our entire lives that financial success is about discipline and willpower. Just stick to the budget. Just stop spending. Just save more. And look, I get it. That advice sounds good. But here's what most people don't realize. You're not failing because you lack discipline. You're failing because you're fighting against how your brain is literally wired to work. Let me show you what I mean. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research found that 80% of people who set financial goals abandon them within the first 8 weeks. 8 weeks. That's not a discipline problem. That's a design problem. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Jace, but I've tried everything and I still can't stick to my goals. Right, and that's because you're probably approaching it completely wrong. Let me explain. Your brain has this thing called the reward prediction error. Basically, your brain releases dopamine not when you get a reward, but when you anticipate getting one. So when you set a goal like, save $10,000 this year, your brain goes, cool, that's 12 months away, and gives you exactly 0 dopamine. But when you see that notification that your favorite store is having a sale, instant dopamine hit. You're not weak, you're just playing a game where the rules are stacked against you. Here's where it gets really interesting. Let's do the math on what this actually costs you.
Say you're trying to save $500 a month, but you keep quitting after 6 weeks. Over the course of a year, you might do this cycle 4 times, getting excited, saving for a bit, then falling off. In those 4 attempts, maybe you save for a total of 24 weeks out of 52. That's $3,000 saved instead of $6,000. But here's the kicker. That $3,000 difference compounded at 7% over 20 years, that's $11,596 you just lost. Not because you're bad with money, but because nobody taught you how to work with your psychology instead of against it. This is where it gets really interesting. There's this concept in behavioral economics called hyperbolic discounting. A fancy term, but here's what it means. Your brain values $100 today way more than $150 in 6 months, even though that's a 50% return you'd never get anywhere else. This is why you can know that saving is important, but still choose the immediate gratification every single time. So here's what you need to do instead. First, you've got to make the goal so small it feels stupid. I'm talking save $5 a day. That's it. Not $500 a month, $5 a day. Why? Because your brain can process daily wins. That's $150 a month, which is $1,800 a year, which is $69,400 in 20 years at 7% return. From something that felt stupidly small. Second thing, and this is crucial, you need to remove the decision entirely. Set up an automatic transfer the day after your paycheck hits. Here's what most people don't realize. Every time you manually decide to save money, you're using willpower, and willpower is a finite resource. A University of Michigan study found that people who automated their savings saved 73% more than those who didn't. That's not a small difference, that's life-changing. Now look, here's the uncomfortable truth. The reason you keep quitting isn't because the goal is too hard.
It's because you set yourself up to rely on future motivation. And future you is a completely unreliable person. Future you is tired, stressed, and really wants pizza. You can't trust that person. Think about it like this. Trying to achieve financial goals with willpower alone is like trying to drive from New York to LA, but only filling up your gas tank when you feel motivated. You're gonna end up stranded in the middle of nowhere, wondering what went wrong. Third step, track the behavior, not the outcome. Don't track how much did I save this month. Track, did I transfer money today? Because here's the psychological shift. You can't always control outcomes, but you can control behaviors. And when you win at the behavior every single day, your brain actually starts craving that win. The math here is wild. If you just focus on the daily behavior of transferring $5, and you do that 90% of the time, that's still $1,642 a year. But if you focus on the big outcome of $1,800 and quit after 2 months because you failed, that's $300 for the year. The person who aims for less but actually does it beats the perfectionist every single time. Here's what I want you to take away from this. You're not broken. The system you're using is broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do: seek immediate rewards and avoid discomfort. So stop fighting your nature and start designing around it. Make it automatic, make it small, and make it about the daily behavior instead of the distant outcome. The real reason you keep quitting your financial goals isn't because you don't want it bad enough. It's because you've been trying to win a game using rules that were never going to work. Change the rules, and you'll be shocked at how quickly everything else falls into place. Now go set up that automatic transfer, make it tiny, and then just forget about it and let your future self thank you later.